I grew up in a household where we were always consuming meat. Well, not every single day, but occasionally we were consuming meat. We were meat eaters, and from there to now being completely vegetarian for over 8 years now, at least. I wanted to make this video for a long time now, and I want to talk about why it is highly important for you as well to become a vegetarian. And I know a lot of people say that it's not fair to comment on people's eating habits, to each their own, but I feel like if something has helped me and if something has saved me, it is essential for me to at least share it with people. Obviously, it's up to you whether you want to take from this video or not and what you want to take from this video. But I will definitely share how becoming a vegetarian has benefited me, and if it makes sense to you, then hopefully you as well can turn vegetarian. Hi everyone, I am Yashila and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'll be making videos on self-improvement, but with a twist of Krishna consciousness. You'll know when you see more videos. But as I said, because I'll be adding Krishna consciousness to it, I will want to quickly tell you guys that I am a follower of Krishna, and some of the references, some of the reasons will include obviously Krishna consciousness in this video and in the following videos as well. So first of all, I think for any meat eater it is very, very important to know how what they are consuming is being made, right? And the torture that animals are put through. At least if you are going to consume that, you should know what you're eating and what is happening with those animals, the kind of torture they go through, and not just the fact that they are being slaughtered the way they're being slaughtered and the pains that obviously they go through at the end, but even how they are being kept, the way that they even live while they're living is so torturous. And because you're a consumer of the meat industry, you're obviously funding how those animals are, the way their life is and the way that they die. And being a big believer of karma, and I say this because today most people believe in the law of cause and effect, or in karma, in our actions and how they have an equal and opposite reaction. Like so many different people have said this in different ways, and it's essential to realize that despite being animals, they have souls, right? They have a soul. And even if you see in the Bhagavad Gita and in our different texts in our religion, Hinduism, that I follow, as well as I know that there are other texts in other religions that would also support this actually. But being a Hindu, being from the Sanatan Dharma myself, this is something that I would share because I would have the most knowledge in that. So we Hindus believe that a soul goes through 84 lakh species, which is 8 million and 400,000 species before they get a human birth. And those species include different types of, like, basically all the animals and plants and everything that we see that has life. Any soul has to go through all those lives before obviously they become a human. And that means that animals that are being killed too have souls. And because being a consumer of that, the fact that you are eating something that has gone through that amount of torture means that result, that karma, is going to come back. Why is it that we humans, we think that it's wrong to murder another human being, but when we talk about killing of an animal, we seem to ignore it, like as if it's not as immoral as killing of a human being. And at least if not as immoral, it's still a very immoral act to conduct. There are people who would say that then that means that plants have life too and you are killing plants, so how is that moral? So to them I would like to say that scientifically it has been proven is that plants first of all don't feel as much pain as animals do, first of all, and humans, obviously, like to sustain, to live a life, one has to kill. That's how one will live, by killing another living being, right? That's how we will live, otherwise we'll die. So for humans it is okay, as our holy texts say, to consume, to kill a plant and to eat plants and live in that way. And it is only okay to kill an animal unless that's the only way of survival. Let's say like there are no other plants in that area and you have to kill an animal to survive, then that is not considered a sin, otherwise it is considered a sin. And obviously killing off a plant because it is a living being is also a sin. But Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhakta prayachati, which means that Krishna is saying that if a devotee, if one offers me with love a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Krishna is not saying that if one offers me chicken or mutton or beef or this or that, that is nowhere there in the Bhagavad Gita. And why did I bring Krishna into this? Because obviously sin is being committed by even killing of a plant, right? So what Krishna devotees do is we offer our food to Krishna, and it is said that Krishna consumes that food and then we eat the remnants of that food that was eaten by Krishna, and that food becomes sin free, so that way we are not eating sin. Any other food, which could be vegetarian or non-vegetarian, is that just means that you are eating sin. That's it. And Krishna says that we can offer him these vegetarian things, but nowhere has he said that we can offer him non-vegetarian food. As well, Bhagavad Gita also says that non-vegetarian food is tamasic in nature. So there are three modes of nature, or that we that exist, which are the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance, which is satogun, rajagun, and tamogun. And the tamasic nature of the food, which is the mode of ignorance, that means that food basically, when you eat that, the feelings of laziness, the feelings of lust, greed, anger, it will bring all these bad emotions and feelings into you when you eat it. And as all the doctors would also agree, you are what you eat. And so when you're eating something that, first of all, any which ways, it is meat and it is tamasic in nature. Second of all, if we see that when those animals are being killed, the emotions that they go through of pain, of frustration, of being away from their family, of anger, obviously of cursing the person who's killing them, and all this torture and sadness and crying, and at the time of death, when they are being killed, if they are releasing those negative chemicals, that and you're consuming that same animal that released those chemicals at the time of death, they still remain in their body, and you are consuming those negative emotions when you eat it. I have a friend who recently, like, they've always been a meat eater, but recently they started consuming meat way more because they started going to the gym and they wanted, more protein, and obviously, like, these animal protein is more readily available and the protein content is higher. So they started eating more of those of meat, and I have personally witnessed how they were feeling a lot more negative emotions, how they were getting a lot more frustrated. But obviously it's not so easy for me to explain it to somebody personally, that this is why it's happening. And I myself can tell you that after I stopped consuming meat, I have seen an improvement in my own mental health. An emotion that I felt before very intensely was anger and jealousy and frustration, like these three emotions especially, and I have seen how it has reduced after I stopped consuming meat. Within months I could see the difference, and now obviously it has been years and it has become a lifestyle for me now. I've seen how it has changed me. And if you are consuming something that had those emotions, even the manifestation gurus, right? They one technique that a lot of people talk about is water manifestation, which is putting, like, saying positive affirmations to the water that you're drinking, or maybe like to the food that you're going to consume, to so that goes inside your body and it will affect you, because again, you are what you eat. When if that is true at all, then this is also true that the animal that was killed was being tortured and was feeling bad emotions, was probably cursing the person that was killing them, slaughtering them, while they were being hit and tortured, and the pain that they were going through. They were not happy, is one thing I can say. And the food that you consume, when you consume that mutton, when you consume that chicken, you that is going to go inside your body, and that is going to affect your health in all the different aspects, and your spirituality. I mean, for people who say that you can be spiritual while being a meat eater, you really have to, like, I urge you to go vegetarian for a month or two, and then make that decision for yourself, what helps you more. The gym bros could come at me saying that animals have more protein. Do you only look at animals as protein? Are they nothing more for you? And then you feel very nice writing in your Instagram bio that you are an animal lover, and posting pictures with dogs and cats and other animals. Is goat not an animal? Is cow not an animal? Are they not equally as lovable as a dog? How is it that it's moral for you to eat one animal but not to eat another? Tell me. Like, so many people raise questions at people that are eating a dog, for example, but at the same time they have chicken and mutton all the time, and that's okay. Do animals just exist to fulfill your taste buds or to give you enough protein? And if that were true, my friend, then so many celebrities that I can think of right now who are vegetarian wouldn't have the body that they do. John Abraham, Virat Kohli, Alia Bhatt, Kareena Kapoor, so many people who Bhumi Pednekar, she lost so much weight and look at how toned she looks right now. They wouldn't have the body that they do right now if it was so important for you to only consume animal protein and otherwise you can't have your dream body. That's not true at all. That is so not true. It is very much possible. Yes, it could be harder because obviously in proportion it might be true that animals can give you a little more protein than plant-based diet can, but animals don't exist to give you protein. They don't. They have a life of their own, and let them be. Please let them be. I'm speaking on behalf of all those animals that are being tortured just so you can build your dream body, where you take so many lives. That's not okay. That is so not okay. And if you say that you've tried leaving but it's just so tasty for you, it's delicious, they don't exist to satisfy your taste buds, to satisfy your senses. And this karma that you are now committing, that you are now putting yourself through, will have effect, will come back at you to bite you back. And then when you will be suffering, you probably will not even know why that is happening to you. Why me? What did I do? Why am I having to go through this? And I am just going to tell you the reason in advance. Why I decide to talk about it, if so many people think that you are not consuming it, right? You stay happy and you let me be, is because as a Krishna devotee, we live in a world of Vasudev Kutumbakam where the entire world is my family. You are my family. And I heard, I really can't remember the name of the Prabhuji who was saying this, but I saw this in a reel yesterday probably, and he was saying that it was mainly about like the devotees who were giving books, and the people who are like, why are you giving me books? Why are you forcing me to like buy these holy books when I don't want them? And the answer was, suppose everyone in your family is sick and you have found the cure, you have found the medicine that will cure all your illness. How can you consume it and not give it to your family? Even if they don't want it, you will want them to have it. You will at least tell them about the medicine. You will at least ask them to have it. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give you the information. I'm trying to tell you something that I think could save you. And if you don't believe me, at least believe Krishna. And it's not that Krishna will punish you tomorrow for consuming this. It's not that. It's just your karma and the law of cause and effect. You create something, some result will occur. And if that result is not in your benefit, you say that God just like did something bad to you, or that God doesn't exist. How can he be so cruel? Blah blah blah. But you reap what you sow. And that's all in you, my friend. That's all in you. As well, Srila Prabhupada used to say, Mother Nature is very, very supportive. What Mother Nature does is, let's say you in this life love to consume meat and you want to be very strong, like that gym bro, you want that body and you want to be strong and you want to go on a carnivorous diet. Mother Nature will support you in your next birth by giving you the body of a tiger. If there's anything that you want to do in this life, in your next birth you will be supported by Mother Nature, as she will give you the appropriate body for fulfilling what you want to fulfill in this life. All I'm saying is that human birth is very rare. It is a miracle actually that you are a human right now and you're listening to this. Human birth is so rare. On top of that, devotion is so rare. This is the only birth and the only planet where you can go back to Godhead, where you can put your life, live your life in devotion to Krishna, by surrendering to Krishna and Radha Rani, and go back to Godhead, go back to them. If you waste this one life, we don't know when we'll be human next, and when we will go back home. And if we are not able to go back home, we'll only be suffering here. And if you're somebody who thinks you only live once, if you believe in that, Krishna has something nice for you. Basically, reincarnation or many births happen, okay? And suppose you are the same person you were as a 5-year-old, as a 10-year-old, right? A body goes through different phases from childhood to adolescence to adulthood and then old age, obviously. So a body keeps changing, right? Somebody who probably saw you as a 5-year-old and you go back to the same person after years, they might not even recognize you, but you're still the same person, but you look different, right? Your body has changed. Similarly, when your body is not in its most optimum state, then as you change clothes every single day, today I'm wearing this green shirt, tomorrow I'll be wearing something else, but I am still me and I'm not this green shirt, right? You have to stop identifying as your body. You are not your body. You are the soul. You are inside your body. That's why you say my body. Because I am not my body. This is just a vessel for me. And this vessel is helping me to live and carry out my functions and my whatever I'm here to do. That can't happen without the body. But at the same time, I am not this body. And when this body is not optimum to function anymore, then I will simply change from this body to another body. And that just means that if you've committed actions that were not appropriate, if you've committed sins, then you will have to go through the result of that, the effect of that in your next life, if not in this life. And possibly live life in a way that is just torturous, that is basically suffering. And this is the only life where you can free yourself from the suffering and go back home. Don't let meat be the reason to hold you back. Like, let's say after this life is over and you go up and you're having a conversation with God, and God asks you, why were you not able to fulfill your mission in this life and come back to me? Don't let meat be that reason. Don't let your taste buds or protein be that reason you couldn't go back home. Don't let that be the reason that you have to suffer again and again and again for God knows how many years. That's all I wanted to say. I really hope that this video reaches the right people and that it is able to help you. I do want to put it out there that it's not that if I see you in real life, I will shame you on your eating habits. That's something I'll never do, because it is also said that a devotee has to know that there is no difference between an animal, a dog, a human, a saint and a dog eater. There's no difference because they're all souls. So I will not shame you on this, but I am trying to help you, and I hope that I'm able to help you through this video. And if it makes you feel something good, if it is able to help you, and if you think it can help someone else, I think I have fulfilled my purpose. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.